The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
I'm just getting ready because this is going to be really gross.
No. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
So, now we're going to explain what we were just explaining. Today's episode is going to be about really nasty and gnarly injuries and fighting.
Yeah, let's just get it over with.
And that's myself after one of my matches. So the story behind that one is it was a title fight, and I broke my nose the first round, which was probably my third or fourth nose break I've ever had. So it was already not in the best condition, and it didn't take much. And so I was just squirting pretty much the whole time. I kept like the whole match. I was just wanting to continue, but like I could only breathe through my mouth. And at one point, I panicked because I had a blood clot drop in my mouth. So that means both were blocked. And I was like, what am I doing? So at the time I didn't know this, but I was trying to like figure out my head, like, what do I do? What do I do? I need to figure out how to clear one of these. Right. So the options was spit out the blood clot or farmer blow whatever blood was in my nose to try and clear it out. So I chose the farmer blow, which apparently was good because if I would have spit blood on the mat, that would have could have counted as throwing up.
Yeah, and if it hits the mat, you're done.
Yeah, so I think it happened so fast that very few people caught that I stuck my thumb up real quick and just shot blood out my nose. But she rushed me real quick. But yeah, that was pretty bad nose break, and it just blackened both my eyes. So for a while, like my eyes were really bad. I got bruises that were black like all around the rim. So it kind of looked like I was wearing eyeliner all the time. And so I'm pretty surprised like I can still breathe through my nose.
My nose wasn't right. Mine was not actually from fighting at all, but yeah, I've broke it a couple times, had a few surgeries on it. It just doesn't work right. Like ever since I was a kid, I've had like coaches be like, close your mouth. I'm like, I can't breathe.
Yeah, I remember that was really frustrating having coaches like, you're not breathing right. You're not breathing right. And it's like, I don't have any option.
I'm alive, so clearly I'm breathing properly. Okay.
That's one thing too. Like I was rarely a fighter that went to the doctor. So I've actually never had my nose like scanned or looked at. Like it's got a permanent bump to it now, but like I know on the inside, like it's just pieced up. So I'm pretty sure one more break and I'm done on that one.
No, like getting mine fixed was great. Like it made a night and day difference. Like mine was a medical issue. Mine wasn't because of like trauma. Mine was just deformed. But then I did break it and had to do the surgery all over again. So
yeah, because like once they like fix it with surgery, doesn't it make it almost more fragile?
So I've not had that issue. My break after surgery was because I tripped over my cat in the bathroom and I landed on the bathtub, like on the bathtub. Like oh yeah, that was fun. David's just throwing stuff up here randomly. Not gonna talk like, yeah. No, that was my ankle. Again, not it didn't happen by fighting, wasn't combat sports related.
Was it by cat?
That one was not by cat. That was because the great city government takes really good care of the roads in this area. No, I hopped out of my vehicle, my work vehicle at the time. I was parked on the wrong side of the road. I was parked along the curb to where I could get out of the vehicle on the curb, not in the street. And when I just jumped down out of the vehicle, and it was like super wonky on the concrete, and I hit it and it just snapped my ankle. I went and got it x-rayed like immediately. Like you saw the picture, it was like ballooned up. They tried telling me there was nothing wrong with it. It wasn't broken. They were like, no, it's just sprained. And I'm like, I don't know if that's correct or not. But
do you feel like a little judge that they're pretty much like, you're just being a sis, like, just put some pressure on it, it'll be okay?
Like I literally could put zero weight on it, like zero weight bearing at all. Like it was horrific. And they're like, it's just sprained. And I'm like, I don't think you're right. And sure enough, they referred me eventually to my ortho. I've been going to the same ortho for years when I need to. And he looked at all the imaging and he's like, yeah, it's broken in 3 places. And I'm like, and they tried telling me because it was so swollen, they couldn't see the breaks. And I was like, okay. Yeah, it was broken in 3 places. The tendon that goes like inside the joint was like severed in the joint. And I have nerve damage in my foot. It runs up my leg. So like that's permanent. Like I've got permanent damage. I have a lot of issues with it. Lack of range of motion, lack of mobility, a lot of pain, like all the time. So that was a really good one. The best part was I had surgery on it August like 12th-ish of 2021. October 22nd, I made my bare knuckle pro debut. And my ortho was in the audience watching. He is so cool. The reason I keep going to him is because I can be like, hey, you know what I do for a living. So am I going to make it worse by continuing to train? Or is it just really going to hurt and take longer to heal? And so he'll tell me, go for it. It's just going to hurt. So
nice.
He knows his job.
I feel like with our history, we could probably go through each part of the body on different sections that we've injured. So I think for now, we could probably see some clips of some really bad nose breaks and some really bad ankle breaks. And we can cover that because I know I've had other injuries. Like I said, I didn't go to the doctor, so like I don't know actually the severity, but eventually they mostly heal.
Right. Let's see what. Oh, I knew that one was going to be on here. Oh, it's so
That's
bad.
my nightmare, to make any bone turn into gelatin.
That's, yeah. So when we were talking on the way home, Isaac and I, about the episode, and he mentioned that specific injury. He said in his gym for like a month, no one threw leg kicks. Like because they all watched it live and they went, nah. And
then when someone does, you almost like hate them. Like, what were you doing? You trying to kill me?
Oh, that's so gross. All right. But oh, of course, there's another one just like.
Oh, and it's like same spot.
It is like that's where we're supposed to kick with, but like maybe not. What am I?
Speaking of this area, have you ever tore the tissue on your foot doing kicks? Like hit on somebody on the knee or in the wrong spot?
So I've broken my foot on a knee, but I don't know about like any tears or anything, but I've broken my foot before with a kick.
I think probably one of the worst injuries I had was I tore the tissue on the top of my right foot, and it just makes your foot swell up so like a softball, and it's just so sensitive. So even like after it heals, if you have any impact on that, like you hit a knee again, you're just down. You're done. Like, it is horrible. So for the longest time, I was so scared about throwing like right legs, so I would just use it as a bait. And I would just pretend like I was winding up a right leg just to watch their like face go down, and then I just hit them real quick because I was not using that leg actually at all. That was just that's a trick.
Yeah, no, I've done that. Like I've broken my foot and toes like a handful of times over the years.
I jammed a toe on a knee too. That is almost just as bad.
That's the worst. Catching an elbow with it, I think, is probably like, and you don't even have to be going hard for that to really hurt. Like when I'm teaching in the mornings, like instructing, I'll be just demonstrating something, and these guys sometimes will not like get their elbow out of the way for demonstration purposes, and they like will instinctively like jab my foot with their elbow, and I'm like, dude, stop, what are you doing?
I think guys have the advantage that their ankles are a lot like elbows. So if like you're rolling with them, you're caught them like get an ankle like around your calf or anything, it hurts so bad. It's like somebody dropped an elbow.
Yeah, like I've been calf sliced by like someone's ankle. I'm like, what are you? Ow! So how? How does your body work like that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
They have bonier ankles than we do.
Okay. What else? What else does David have for us here? What do we got?
I want to see something disgusting.
Oh, that's nothing. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but
there was one fight that I videoed. It was an amateur event, and the guy, he took an elbow, I think, to the eye on accident because it was just so. He reminded me of the kid with the boil on his face from Fairly Odd Parents because it was just sticking that far out of his head. And I remember I was a perfect angle for his corner guys coming in, and I could see the guys telling, "It's not that bad. It's not that bad."
I should have sent David a picture of my cuts after my fight with Monica Medina, because those were gnarly. Actually, I don't know where my
you can almost see. Oh my God.
Oh, that's bad.
That's gonna last.
Oof, yeah. Oh, that's unpleasant.
You don't smile. Oh my God.
I watched her fight live when that happened. That was intense.
That was scary for me as a female fighter. Like, because I was like when I was a lot younger, and I was like, oh my God, like that can happen to your face.
Yeah. Like
you'd assume she would have gotten brain damage from that.
Right. And she doesn't look anything like that. That's the scary, but like that was so distorted.
The only thing I've seen comparable to that was Taylor Starling's, I think it's her debut fight for bare knuckle.
I think it was her Knucklemania fight with Charissa Segala.
Yeah.
I think that's the one she got really.
They both were, and that was the only thing I could compare it to. Is like, damn, they're almost as bad as her.
Right. Yeah, that one was rough. Ugh.
Imagine the headache.
Right. Oh, look, there's my fat, crooked ankle again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it's good now?
No, like I legit have like permanent damage to it. I'm finding that special shoes for special occasions are important. I've got to wear platform shoes when I lift, like the lifting shoes that have because I don't have any dorsiflexion. My toes can't come back towards my leg at all. I just have no dorsiflexion. It doesn't work. So elevated platform shoes when I lift. I couldn't run for like years. I just recently started being able to run again because I found if I actually get proper shoes.
Running, I feel like it's overrated. You can just walk a lot.
My mom got me a pair of Hokas, and I can actually run in them. It's not painful, so that's like life-saving. Are we just looking at my ankle here? But
like Cinderella story.
Right. No, I get around the ankle issues with proper shoes. Different shoes, different occasions. Boxing's hard because I put on my boxing shoes, and like I can't push off of that foot. Like I can't really use it very well. Like I can't jump, I can't run. There's a lot of stuff I just cannot do anymore. So I've had to adapt a lot of what I do. A lot of people say that I have a wonky or a weird stance, or my feet are in funny positions. That's why, because my ankle doesn't work right. So that's it. Now high impact. I've got nerve damage, so it like shoots pain up the side of my calf. So like it's fun. Oh, that's tasty.
Ooh.
He reminds me of Quasimodo.
Yeah, it reminds me like he just made a clay, and someone just thumb on the nose.
I love it.
Oh,
wait, what am I looking at here?
What happened?
Is it his ankle? Oh wait, his arm's going the wrong way. Oh,
his elbow's backwards.
Yeah, that shouldn't be. Oh no, that's yeah.
I really like that's what's one of those like don't touch me, don't touch me. Like the guy's trying to come over and check on.
Oh,
Oh, they look like a pretzel.
that's so bad.
Ah,
Yeah,
yep. There we go. There we
that was the
go.
first Knucklemania card.
Dude, I remember what my face felt like from those first photos that David showed from that fight. And like I remember days afterwards, my face just fucking hurt
Yes,
so
just
bad, just
pain
existing. So
everywhere.
like seeing that, I was just like, oh my God, it gets worse.
Right. Come on.
Now, one thing they don't talk about also is like the permanent damage because you deal with that and then people see it later and you look almost just as normal as you did before. So they like
Right.
forget that there's actually like long-term damage from
Right.
doing high impact sports. And I like didn't even consider all of them. Like I
Right.
always knew about head trauma, like being careful about that.
Right.
And so one of my friend's mom was like, "Do you ever wonder about your early onset arthritis that you're risking doing kickboxing?" I was like, no, it's like that was one of the ones I've not thought about.
Right. So I found out like the hard way. So the fight I mentioned with Monica Medina and BYB, that's the first and only time I've ever actually been cut in a fight. Like I managed to go through all these bare knuckle fights, go the distance. I've not been cut. That was the only time I've been cut. You can't even really see it anymore. It's just kind of a little. It's real light, but it's right over the cheekbone where all the nerves are. And so
Mhm.
I actually like they're not sure if it's pressure from the scar tissue. That's most likely the case, but when you press on it, it can feel it. It like actually twitches up here, and I don't have feeling underneath my eye. Like it did something with the nerves. It don't know if it's scar tissue, don't know if it's damage. Which I'm clear to fight. There's nothing like wrong with me, but it's so weird. You touch it, my eye twitches. I don't. I've had
It's like a
Isaac.
button.
Yeah, like I've had Isaac look at it. It's not like a visible twitch, but like you can feel that electric pulse going every time. It's just like zzz, zzz.
I know, like I've like sometimes feel like like the vein throbbing in your ear, and
That's
you
what
like
it
wonder if
does.
it's visible.
Yeah, it does that single like that throbbing feeling. It just does it once every time I like touch my cheek there. It's
People that have never been to fist fight, please comment if like you experienced that, or if that's just because we've been hit in the face.
oh,
That was like a heart.
I've seen that one. That's rough.
Oh.
Oh no! Just imagine
That okay, so that's what the fight I was talking about looked like. His eye was all swelled up like that.
stealing this cat too. Ugh, yeah. Just imagine if that burst. Ugh. So is his
I
head
imagine that
still?
has to be like scary because like they can't see, like the skin is now covering their eye and they're like, oh fuck, like they already know like without seeing it.
That's a good
Ooh.
cut. That was a good fight too.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
I scared the cat with that one. Oh, I'm
that
sorry.
one was like it was photoshopped.
Oh, I'm sorry, Smeagol. Oh my goodness, it looks like a noodle.
Is it? It looks like it's photoshopped.
Oh, I hate it. I don't like that one.
I'm getting more, ladies. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So, have you ever busted your ribs?
No, I haven't. It looks terrible because I know it's hard to breathe when that happens. It looks awful. No, I haven't.
My first kickboxing fight was with my previous co-host Karen, and she was really strong in the legs because she's a aerial gymnast.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, she was just mostly solid there, and she was doing a lot of front kicks. And there was one of them I walked into, and it's probably the most comical like setup I've seen ever in a fight. I was walking towards her, and she just popped her leg up, and you just see me launch backwards, just like flat on my back. But I think that was one of them, and she pulled in a couple other kicks after that, and my adrenaline was going so much during the fight that I didn't notice it until after I stepped out, and then I felt like my lungs just went like.
they wouldn't fill with air. Ugh, oh, that's awful.
And I remember it was probably 6 months after that before I could take like a full deep breath.
Oh no, that. Yeah, luckily I've I've not had rib injuries. Like I said, I say I've been cut once. I had multiple cuts in that fight. I think I had a total of 17 stitches, I think. I don't remember the exact number. But I was cut like across the cheek. My tooth went through my lip and then above both eyebrows. So I guess the first time I got cut, it was, I really got cut. But outside of that, I haven't really had any fight injuries. My one pro like gloved MMA fight I did, I got caught in a belly down armbar, and I knew it was like once it got there, I was like, oh, okay, this sucks. And I tapped. I was belly down and like facing the cage, so the ref couldn't see or hear me because obviously my face is muffled. I tapped plenty early, but
They didn't know.
So I ended up having to go to the hospital after that one. They said that it stretched like within this much of like exploding. They said it went as far as it humanly could have gone without actually being seriously damaged.
Now, are you like actually a redhead?
No, I have like black hair.
Okay, because I know like I have some friends that are fighters and they're gingers. And they have like high pain tolerances, and like that's actually like a scientific fact. They even had a dentist talk about how people that are naturally redheaded have extremely high pain tolerances, and actually painkillers don't work on them as well.
They make me sleep really well, so I've got that issue. Like they don't really take the pain away. They help me sleep. Like they'll knock my ass out. So like anytime I've gone, like had to go to the hospital or something, and they give them to me, I honestly don't ever take them. Except like the first couple days after an injury, I will, like, so I can sleep. That way the pain's not keeping me awake. But outside of that, like they just accrue at my house for the next time I get injured. That's about it. Like they don't really work. That's tasty. Ugh.
Well placed too, like very symmetrical.
Yeah, like it goes right along the eyebrow. Oh,
That's not a good spot. That's not a good spot. Isn't it like your temple, like
yeah,
a little hole to your skull?
Ugh, I don't like that.
Ooh, with the mouth guard makes it it makes it look very cartoon. Like I really feel bad for her, but at the same time, it is hilarious.
Yeah, that's a goofy picture, but
She's taking it so well.
Right. She probably doesn't realize what it looks like yet.
Bro, so
no,
did you see the Segala fight when they were in Albuquerque?
Oh, yes, I did.
So I was there, and what I thought was insane was one, you see the fight. She snaps her ankle in half, and then she tries to she just tries to pop it back into place. And then tries to stand on it, and then you're like, oh fuck, it's fucked. After that, like literally it was like 5-10 minutes after that, she was standing by the VIP tables, and I walked up to her because she's just standing there, just like, well, like totally calm and everything. Like, wow, like that was unfortunate. She's like, yeah, she's like, it just sucked, and she's just standing around like totally fine.
That woman is tough. Like, holy cow, that woman's tough. That was insane. Yeah, I watched that. We were in a hotel because I was actually in Oklahoma for a kickboxing fight. So we were in a hotel room. My coach was next to us. And like, I'm pretty sure the whole floor heard us just scream when that happened.
I bet with this one, part of that face, you ever got blood in your eye?
Yeah. Been there.
That's almost worse than getting your eye cut.
Yeah. That happened because I got cut in my eyebrow above my eye. That's actually the only time I got dropped in a fight is because I took a knee. With the ankle again, David. Again, that Medina fight, I took a knee. It was like the first round. I took a knee in the corner because she had hit me moving forward, and my eye filled with blood. I couldn't see anything, and I knew she was like right in front of me. So I was just like, no. I took a knee, just hoping for the best, and I finished most of that fight without being able to see out of that eye. It had filled with blood, and I just could not see. So that was like,
and that is such a panic moment. Like, I don't know, like how scary like the fans realize that is, like when you're there and any part of your senses are now cut off from you.
No, absolutely. Like that was, like I said, I'm just glad I had the sense about me to realize I'm in danger and I need to take a knee. because I just lunged, dropped straight back onto that knee. Like my hand was up, I was covering my face, just hoping she didn't hit me again because I couldn't see her. And I'm pretty sure that's the only knockdown anyone's ever got on me. Like, and it was bad. Like I was very, very nervous for a moment. Like getting up, the refs in my face counting, and I'm like, okay, I'm fine. It's okay. Whatever, I got this. Like, and then we finished the fight and went the distance, but that blood getting in the eye is scary because you don't know why you can't see. Oh no, David.
How does that even happen?
Oh no.
I thought the worst toe thing I seen was it was an Amy fight and the guy knocked it out of popped it out of place, and then since the adrenaline was up, the ref just popped it back in for him because it was better than him going to the hospital.
Ooh, that's a bone. Oh, that's bad.
You know people are gonna stare at that when they're making conversation.
Oh, that's like someone almost got gloved. Oh, that's like a huge irrational fear of mine for some reason.
It's a new one for me. I didn't know that people could get your Achilles that bad.
So like with your foot or your hand, if you get caught in something just right, like it'll peel your skin like a glove. Like it's called being gloved. Yeah, that's what that reminds me.
I was never explained this.
Yeah. Oh, that just looks like that looks like road rash.
Uh-huh.
Or an infection, like how it's like it looks like gangrene. Ugh.
I wonder if he rubbed the mat too hard or something. Like, how do you even get that?
Oh, no.
Aside from injuries, did you ever have the irrational fear of you always seen those videos where somebody cracked their pants in a match or they pee themselves?
I have a high fear every time I fight. I'm just gonna shit myself. Like before I go out, like every 3 minutes, I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta pee. I gotta go. Like just constantly. And on the way out, I'm like, okay, don't shit.
All right, don't fart.
Right. And from what I have gathered, that's super, super common. A lot of people I know do the same thing. Like that is a fear. And I don't know why that's what it is.
You'll become famous if
I think someone has shit in the ring before.
No, there's been multiple, even UFC fights where someone shit their pants.
Yeah, and it's so weird because I know it's not going to happen. Like my stomach's fine, like it's not upset. There's nothing going on there, but it's still in my head. Like, what if I shit myself?
You're nervous. You're getting the nervous shits.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is, man. But the last what was it last month before when I went to all these different fights, one was mine, one was Isaac's, we're traveling everywhere. So many of the guys, I realized they do the same thing because I'm constantly every few minutes gotta pee again. The guys,
you try to put off wrapping your hands because you're I have to keep peeing.
Right, I'm like, don't wrap my hands, I gotta pee. But the guys are the same way. They're constantly in and out of the bathroom, and I realize and some of them will admit they have that same fear. They're like, man, they just feel like they got to constantly go and they're afraid of shitting themselves as they walk out. That's common. And I didn't realize how common it was until people were just like, oh yeah, that's me.
It happened in the UFC. I'm actually popping up that picture right now.
Wasn't it Silva?
Thank you for getting a picture, David.
It wasn't too irrational because it did happen. Well, our last episodes, some of those guys back in the day were taking laxatives.
I had a teammate who it fought for Bellator. I won't say who it was, but he would give himself an enema to be able to make weight.
Well, I mean, then you're not going to shit yourself either.
There was nothing left to come out. Yep.
Nope. That's safe.
Yeah, that's super safe, right?
Honestly, as irrational, when we're talking about this, if I ever would have made it to level like that, I probably would have done that. It's a girl fight.
I'm just really happy that it's a little pixelated, so I can pretend it's not shit.
It's dirt. It's got muddy feet.
Right, there's just dried blood on the mat. Oh, that does look like blood. Is it bloody shit? That looks awful.
Patty Pinblood puking after the fight.
Oh, okay.
I hope they're the last match.
No, right? Oh, I would be so mad if I had to go in and fight after someone just like shit or puked on the mat.
Have you ever met people that just look like that though?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
he's got the Owen Wilson.
Oh no. Oh my god. I keep bothering this new cat because he's taken a liking to Isaac and it makes me mad because he's my best. What? Shake it.
Apparently we
Wrong
can't talk
video,
about
sorry,
cats.
Do
Oh,
what?
Wrong cat. Wrong cat.
Wrong cat.
Wrong hairless cat.
It's my hairless cat. He's supposed to be my best friend, but Isaac steals all my animals. See?
He's just a visitor. He does cameo appearances.
Right. No, like look at this shit. Like he just wants to go snuggle with Isaac.
That's how my cats are when Daniel comes over. They flood him more.
It's bullshit. Like I gave you a home, okay?
I'm cool.
Isaac says because he's cooler than me.
It's the cameo appearances. It's like the weekend dad that shows up.
Right, like for the weekend, like dad is the coolest. No one can beat dad. And then dad leaves and you're like, I told you he was a loser.
All right. I feel like we're missing some injuries.
Let's
Groin
see.
shots.
Oh no, I wish I would have thought to send this to David to be put on display. So a teammate, so we just talked to Sarah last week. A teammate of hers, Tiffany, she was a friend that I met her through. She used to be up here with me in Kansas. She fought on a local regional promotion here. She did a kickboxing fight, and I think it was the other girl landed it on her. It was a long back kick while she attempted to do a round kick at the same time. She got kicked square in the groin, like dropped. She had to take time to recover. It was bad, like straight, just right in there. I've taken.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think everybody has had their moments, and not everybody knows, you can get a fat lip.
What hurts is the worst, I think, probably is because we don't have, all the extra, skin material down there, so it's just bone on bone. They hit that bone and it hurts so bad.
Yeah, I hate that, like, growing up, there's this, like, weird perception that boys had that girls can't get hurt that way.
Oh, no, like, it's just direct contact to the pubic bone, and that hurts so much. I like how we can see what all David has been Googling.
I'm glad I don't have my glasses on and I can't read it.
Oh, what do we got?
Oh, we were actually me and Dave were just talking about before we started airing about how, have you ever seen fights where like the guys fake a groin hit so they can just give themselves some time?
Yeah, I've seen that. I would like to think that not everyone's a dramatic baby. Oh, hey Isaac, are you awake? Do you want to talk about your groin shot and what happened with that?
You want to talk about your groin?
You want to talk? You want to talk about that bad one? No?
He's not there yet. It's okay.
That's painful.
I know it was. That's why it's perfect for this episode. You want to tell everyone about it? Okay, Isaac's going to tell you about his groin shot that he took. All right. Okay. Tell everyone about how you got hit in the dick. The floor is yours.
I had a guy that I was teeing off for 3 rounds, and right at the bell, he went right up the middle with a big kick, and it was a very, it was intentional, highly intentional. I shrugged it off. Everything seemed fine. I went back. I talked to my coach. It felt like when I was breathing, though, my stomach was touching my spine. Eventually, I helped a bunch of other people warm up and held mitts and went to go put my pants on, switched out of my shorts, and touched up my belt. And as soon as I tightened my belt, it seemed like somebody stabbed me. Turns out I had popped my small intestines. It
Oh
had
my God.
shattered the cup, which okay, that didn't bother me, but it had popped the small intestines.
Yeah. So recap: soccer kick to the dick, exploded small intestine. No, that's all bad.
Tiny testicles don't really get bothered by that. It's the small intestines that hurt.
I was gonna ask, like, after that, was your voice like a little bit higher than it normally was?
What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. He hasn't seen any of these videos. Like I told him what we were doing today, and he said he did not want to watch.
Everyone's got different stomachs.
It happens.
Being from the Midwest, I had to work at a factory farm for a little bit, so I used to castrate on the regular, so my tolerance is pretty up there for gross shit.
That's pretty gross.
And well, the end of like the facility I worked at was where there was like baby pigs being. I was like a midwife, so I was around all the gross stuff, placenta, you know, like stillborns, all the gross stuff.
I hate it. Oh,
Is that the
Yeah, he's showing everyone his butt.
hairlet? Oh, you can see it all.
I think he is just the cutest thing on the planet. Look at that. Who wouldn't want one of these? I think he's adorable.
Does yours act like a cat? Because I've only been around one once, and it acted very strange.
He's not like a regular cat. Like
Okay.
no, he's not a regular cat. I don't know how to describe it.
But yeah, it's very weird. Like, yeah, like I said, like I remember like it would like crawl on my shoulders and like want to perch that way.
Yeah, like he likes to like perch and hang out like this. That's all he wants. That's all he wants. That and he likes to burrow. He's a burrower. He has to have blankets everywhere he goes. So
Maybe just because they don't have any hairs, so they get cold. So like they're the only cats that actually like need you because they're just chilly.
That might be. I'm really excited for winter, so I can get him a bunch of like really cool sweaters.
Little costumes.
He's gonna have the best sweaters.
Are you guys ready for your final photos?
Oh no. Okay, let's do it.
Are they progressively getting worse?
I think they're on the same playing field as we've been talking about. So
Here we
Okay.
Let's see what Isaac thinks. Okay.
Okay.
Really nice hair, though. Like that edge work is great. Is he drooping? Oh no, that's
kind of like, I don't know, like feel heavy like on your head, you would think.
it looks like a pug.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Ugh.
Oh, I remember that one. Okay. Okay, those aren't the worst. All right.
No bloody.
Wait, he's showing those. Show my fat ankle again, like for the 12th time. Yep, there it is.
There we go.
Look how my foot is like it's facing the wrong way, and they're like, "That's not broken."
Yeah, you got ankles.
I'm glad I didn't send the other photos of that fight because I had like some really bad bruises on my shins that were like pretty fucking bad. Because I checked, I think, like 7 leg kicks with my shin because I had great technique then.
Oof. Yeah, those were all really the ones that got me were like the Conor McGregor one and the Anderson Silva one. Those were rough. Oh wait,
and then there's the weird injuries that nobody knows are really horrible. Like, have you ever gotten like a bruise on your ear?
Yeah, like I actually have a little bit cauliflower ear. Like, luckily I was able to drain most of it out, but yeah, like it bruised up and turned purple and stuff. He's got all the cauliflower ear, but yeah, those are the worst. My ear turned purple. Yeah.
So on one of my fights, it was an early amateur fight. The fight doctor on staff was a vet, and nobody told us that he was a vet, not an actual doctor.
Like veterinarian, not like combat vet. Veterinarian.
Oh yeah, because that's what I thought. I was like, okay, so he was in the army.
Veterinarian. And so my ear ballooned out. It was massive. And he looked at me and goes, I got a needle for that. He had a horse trank needle.
This is massive.
And
needle.
so there is a video of, because all of the guys that went with
hollow.
me in the video,
So.
that needle was huge. And there is video floating around online of this guy draining my ear with a horse tranquilizer needle.
If it's online, I bet David can find it.
He probably can. I haven't been able to locate it, but I know it's there.
Have you tried to sue him for malpractice? That's like some mafia type stuff. There was an event that had a vet for their doctor.
I feel like that was before. Was that in Kansas?
That was in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay, that's some Oklahoma shit though. Their commission is.
Back in the day, there didn't have to be like ambulance on site.
Right. No, I've seen some stuff in Oklahoma, so that doesn't surprise me at all. Kansas would surprise me. We actually have a very good commission here.
We have one of the best.
And we don't just say that because we live here. Like for all the states we've gone and competed in, like we have one of the best athletic commissions. Thankfully.
Warbuck will murder you.
Oh, because he's in Colorado now.
He still won't come back to murder you. He is the ghost that haunts the Kansas State.
Our former athletic commissioner, he's now in Colorado. He's a terrifying man. Like
he just looks like the happiest-go-lucky guy, but as soon as one fighter mouths off, the Godfather comes out and just
terrifying. Like
the whole room just
he set the standard.
I have compared like the politics and fighting to like organized crime. Like it's almost similar vibes.
Oh my gosh, I'm petting the cat, but look at what it looks like.
All right, David. Give us your worst.
All right.
I think I'm out of pictures, ladies.
What?
David, I feel like you're going to get a kick out of what I just pointed out.
What'd you point out?
So I'm petting the cat, but it's not what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
I just noticed that.
Isaac. Get it.
Oh my god.
Get it, Isaac.
We got to up the view
Isaac,
somehow.
I got a message for you.
Wait a minute. What was it? How'd it go? It was.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's for you, David. That's for you.
I'm never drinking again, by the way.
Oh
That was
Not until the finale.
quality.
I woke up
content.
I woke up. I'm like, I look over at my cousin. I'm like, did we do the opening of the season? Did we do that episode?
Oh,
He's
yes,
like,
we
yeah,
did.
we were shit faced. Oh yes, we did.
We did.
I deleted that first episode because I was so fucking embarrassed, and my entire family watched it. Yeah.
Well, and
They
here's the
talked to me.
thing was I was at work before our episode, so I didn't even get to see the whole lineup. So I didn't even know that this had been building up. I came in when you were out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
She
Had me
immediately
embarrassed. Never
had
drank
me
it again.
go through and watch it.
Oh yeah, as soon as we were done, I messaged him. I was like, "You have to go watch this right now."
Nope. Never.
I was so
again.
confused.
That's gonna be like the Star Wars Christmas special. Nobody knows it will exist.
Oh, I saw.
I mean, I had to learn my lesson. Me and Matt were at the BKFC event, and we were doing interviews, and we got a little too drunk because it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And then a lot of our footage is just like me and Matt screaming in the microphone.
Oh my god.
Oops.
So
Whoops.
her and I have been chatting online with a couple fighters. One of them is Jenny Savage. Jenny Savage always wishes her.
Oh yeah, we always chat. Like we've become friends. Like I love it.
So
You guys gotta get her on the show.
all I know is she comes over and I'm like, "Are you?" And she goes, "Yes!" Screams it in my face at the top of my lungs and like jumps and gives. And I'm like,
By the time we ran into her at the BKFC card in Denver, she'd had a few beverages.
there was no few.
And so she was very excited because we'd never actually met her in person before, and it was like just the cutest thing ever. I loved
She
it.
tackled you. She was
Yes.
half alcohol by weight.
So yes, it was adorable. I loved it. No, she was fantastic.
She absolutely was.
But so people go to these shows, have fun, have a few too many drinks, and hilarity ensues.
Oh,
But I mean, that's how girls are. Like, we can hate like each other sober, but as soon as you get like any of us around each other with 4 beers, we're all best friends.
Yeah, it was fun. They had a fun little. So he was sitting out in the crowd. I was in the back because I was there cornering. So he was just sitting in the crowd with a group of people, and they were all just kind of. He wasn't drinking. The other people were just drinking, having fun, and every time I would step out, like between fights and stuff, I could just. Every time, everyone was a little bit more drunk, and I thought it was hilarious.
I can't. You know what? I'm gonna get shit faced with Isaac, and we're gonna have a fucking blast at like a BKFC event.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh! So
I don't know.
Get Isaac that nail polish that you dip into the drinks, and then it turns a color.
So what?
You know about the nail polish?
Oh yeah. So you can make sure David didn't drug your drink. Yeah.
I don't know, David. I can drink my weight in root beer.
I drink vodka to sober up, my friend. You're gonna be in good company.
Oh no.
We're gonna have a blast, and
we'll go bottle for bottle.
Absolutely, we'll shove Jessica Link in a locker with the rest of the nerds.
I mean, I throw in trash cans.
It's happened to me too.
So he's not actually put me in a trash can. He threatens it. There's only one person he has actually put in a trash can, and it was Crystal Pittman. He actually placed her in the trash can.
In my defense, it was well warranted.
Well played, sir. Well played.
She sat there, and I had all my beads in, and she'd walk up. She was like, "I got good head movement," and then she'd poke my beads.
She kept batting his beard like she was a cat, and he told her, "I'm gonna put you in the trash can." And
I even told because Jared Warren
was there.
I told him to take care of her, and he goes, "Nah, you're fine. You can do it."
So she ended up in the trash can.
Everybody's a shadow boxer when they get fucking hammered, by the way.
So that was after the his fight with Mike Richmond, and so I was sober. Well, we were in Colorado. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't drinking. He wasn't drinking. Mike had a couple, so we really were kind of the sober table in the building. Just drunk chaos all around us. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun.
Very nice. Very nice. You guys ready to wrap up? Christmas present?
That was a disgusting show. Thank you.
Horrible.
I like to think that this is just a starter.
Right. We had to come up with something, right? We did a serious topic last week. This week, we did a seriously weird topic. It's cool.
Fuck yeah. All right, ladies, you guys can sign it off, and I'll play you out.
Oh.
All right. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in and sticking with us on this and not throwing up by the end. But if you did, no judgment.
Right. So feel free to jump in the comments if you've had super weird injuries, anything. Tell us about it. Even though the show us
picture.
We want to see it. We want to hear it just because we're weird like that. But thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks.